income. So how is it that I've been living there since I was 18, I'm 34 now? All of a sudden, now I owe backed up rent that I owe $5,000.
Well, okay, ma'am.
After I came here, they start saying that I owe all this money out of nowhere.
Maybe, ma'am, every year, I guess, most of the time you have to go for certification.
No, I've been doing it for 18. I've
You
got
all your agents?
Let me just address a couple things first, because I think I'm going to answer some of those questions in the opening statements. And Mike, I really want you to stay if you can. How much time can you give us? Yeah, but let me just share a couple things real quick.
Okay.
Because Mike comes with a wealth of information. But I want to first welcome you guys again. Thank you guys all for being here today. Even though you're being threatened not to come, not to be involved, we understand they're sending threatening letters out. We understand that they're telling you if you get involved, you can be evicted. We understand. And that's one of the things that you're going to hear from Mike. Here's a big difference from last year until now. You now have so many other statewide organizations, NAACP with housing. We have the governor's office. Matter of fact, Derek Green, the senior advisor to Governor Murphy, is on his way here as well, coming out of Newark, but he's here as well. Let me first give you a little bit of background on what's going on, where we are, and then we're going to have Mike and some others answer some questions and speak. First of all, obviously we know last year when the garbage was built up and it went by for a month or two, and I heard somebody say that they're still behind the rent now. I don't know. I mean, it is being picked up, but the fact of the matter is, it was ridiculous that you had to live in that kind of environment. I think, Mike, you saw the pictures that we sent you.
Yeah, that's why I'm here.
The garbage was unbelievable. Rats and possums and raccoons running around while children are playing there. It was absolutely unbelievable. No one should live in that kind of environment. It did open the doors up, and it got HUD down. The place got cleaned up, and HUD did come down and did an inspection. So things started happening.
Okay.
Things started happening. A lot of things, like Brother Mike just said, happen underground. We have to be patient while things are happening. But this is the HUD report right here. It's available for anyone to see at the end of the meeting.
This is what I'm saying in the office, like,
Okay, listen.
let's raise our hands.
Okay.
And guess what they
No,
vote?
okay.
What I was trying to say earlier is that I feel like the city, like they all have each other's back more so. The police, the attorneys, and even the health department. Because I called the health department so many times, they came, they failed them. They say we're not allowed to write down that it's mold. Clearly you see it's mold. Clearly you see it's black mold. And you
They
can't
try to
write
say
that
it's
down.
dirt.
But you want my kids to
And they
inhale
try to
this?
paint over it too.
We were out for a couple months until they fixed it. When I just had my newborn 2 years ago. And I didn't come back until it was supposedly fixed, but it wasn't even fully fixed. And it's a shame because I found a company that was willing to move me, but they said they have to have in writing that it's mold because they can't go off of that. And they said we cannot write it. They basically cover each other's back.
We want to be, as somebody said in this front row, we want to be professionals about this. There's a problem here, and it has to be fixed. I have a problem with any time that you're constantly paying, taxpayers' money, and these places are not being fixed. I think that's totally wrong. There's a young lady that's in the back said that she's being evicted.
No, I'm being evicted.
Are you being evicted?
I am evicted. I left there.
You left.
Yes, they put me out. I had to leave.
So they locked you out?
Yes.
And so they took you to court. The judge ruled in the landlord's favor.
Yeah.
But didn't the judge ask, do you have the money?
Yeah.
So did you have the money?
Yes, I did.
And you still got put out?
Yep. And I went to legal service, and they told me it wasn't nothing they could do for me.
I tell you what, I work with legal service. That's where our organization came out of. I need some information because
Yes.
some of the stuff that I'm hearing is put out. That just can't happen. What we need to do is maybe I need to send a team down here to really do an investigation. I'm going to talk to Richard about this. I'm hearing some of the issues now, but I'm saying to you that you have a right. You pay, whether you pay rent or the landlord's getting subsidies. He's getting subsidies. That's your subsidies that he's getting.
Yes.
And you have a right to live in a decent housing.
Here they said that the mold was so bad we was growing grass and all kinds of nonsense. I was complaining, I complained or whatever. They harassed me by complaining and everything. They had gave me a eviction notice and everything. I'm not gonna put the maintenance guy name out, but he was telling me how they was doing the scam in there, sending everybody's $4,000 or $5,000 $3,000 bills. Every time you complain, you would get, no, I got all my paperwork, my thing, $4,000 or $5,000 bill. I was a complainer, they hit me with a $3,882 thing. You know, my first thing is, if I don't pay ain't no bill in the house, my rent gotta be paid because I have children, I have babies inside the house. So, they hit me with that. I paid it, $3,000 on the first, January 1st, I paid $3,000 and everything because, whatever, for them. I asked, I said, in the summertime, y'all said I owed y'all $1,400. And then January, you said I owe you $3,000 or something, but where is the money coming from? I mean, how, if I'm paying my rent? You understand? But I realized what the maintenance man said, every time you complain, they're gonna issue out something. They comes in my house, last year, they tore up, I got pictures and everything, they tore up the house, the floor was destroyed, the mirror was inside there, the mold was crazy, the electric box thing is still, they came in here the other day, the electric box thing is outside the wall, and everything, my bathroom had caught on fire Thanksgiving Day, 2 years ago. They have not, we was living in there for 2 whole years with the wall burnt up on the side of the wall. The whole wall, the electrical, everything, we stayed.
How are we living like this today in 2020?
They
I don't understand.
They come,
Well, you know where we stand.
Right, I do.
You know where we stand. So we stand with the people. If there are issues that need to be addressed, I know for a fact that Sheila Oliver, who's over at DCA, would be extremely interested in finding out more so that we can address the issues. And Amir has given me a briefing. I just talked to Sue as well, and I'm glad to know that you are there. And George, George helped raise me, so we stand with you. We stand with the people.
I appreciate it.
We want to know what's happening, and let's get to the bottom of this. Listen to all sides involved, all stakeholders, so that we can address what needs to be addressed.
If y'all have time, I started off with management. They don't reach out. They don't care about the people, but they care if they only call if you late for your rent or don't pay your rent. Sewage. This is the second time this happened to me. The first with a sewage outbreak. No one took action the first time it happened. It was green sewage water coming out of my sink and my bathroom sink. Second time it came out of my tub, and this time it was poopy water. Stuff got damaged the first time. Still, no one have called and checked on me or my son ever since I had that sewage outbreak. Communication sucks. Still to this day, I haven't heard from anyone about the sewage outbreak, understanding. They don't understand what people are going through. And people been going through this for years. And I've been here for a year only, and I'm going through this. Maintenance men take their sweet time coming to people's units.
Then they be stealing.
Or they might not come at all.
Yes.
Friday night, before I had the sewage outbreak, I called and reported that my tub was clogging up. No one came out. I called at 3 o'clock. Mind you, office closed at 4:30.
Right.
I called before they was closed, and no one came out. So it prolonged to the second day when I had poop coming out of my tub.